What is up, YouTube? This is the Junksynchronhero. Today is September 14th, 2012, and I have two deck profiles. I'm not going to do them in the same video, but I haven't done either one of these since I started my Blue Eyes Shining. And since I haven't done this one in the longest, let's go ahead and start with the djinn, my Symphony Djinn deck profile, or XYZ Symphony deck profile. Okay, so here we go. As you can see, we're going to start out with the level 4 monsters first. And we have something new. We have 3 Noble Knight Gwains. This guy's really cool. 1900 beater. Basically, if you have a light type monster out in your side of the field, you can go ahead and special summon him in defense mode. And in this build, we're actually running a lot of light type monsters. So this is a really good card to have. Next up, we have one Honest, because like I said, we run a lot of light types, and I'm not explaining Honest. Next, we have 3 Elemental Hero Neos Alias, another good 1900 beat stick, a light type that supports Noble Knight Gwain. And lastly, for the level 4s, we run 3 Goblin Bergs. This card is really awesome. Summon it, then from your hand you can special summon another level 4 or lower type monster. So boom, get out your Neos Alias, Goblin Berg switches to defense mode, who cares, overlay them, bam bam, and get out one of your rank 4's Xyz. So I'm actually gonna keep Goblin Berg out for a second because I got something I want to show everybody. Next up, we have the level 3 monsters, and so bam, we got 3 Marauding Captains. This card's really cool. Basically, so long as he's out in the field, other warrior-type monsters on your side of the field can't be attacked, so you can kind of lock down your opponents, which is neat. But more importantly, when he's summoned, you can special summon another level 4 or lower monster from your hand. So boom, bust out another level 3, get a rank 3 Xyz. Really cool. Next up, we have 2 Shine Knights. This guy's level 3. However, when he's in defense mode, he becomes level 4. This comes in really handy with Goblin Berg. Play Goblin Berg, special summon your Shine Knight level 4. Boom. Special summon in defense mode, so it's level 4. Overlay for a rank 4. Maybe if you don't have that extra level 4 in your hand and you have Shine Knight. So he counts as a 3 and a 4. So that's really cool. Next up, we have 2 Level Warriors. Level Warriors are really great. You can play it just normally as a level 3 monster, or if your opponent has monster cards on the field and you don't, boom, special summon this bad boy as a level 4. Then maybe play Noble Knight Gwain from your hand, because you have him, and boom, instant rank 4 Xyz. So there we go. And just like Shine Knight, Level Warrior is also a light type, so it works with Honest. Lastly, to round up the level 3s, I finally got a third one. We have 3 Spell Strikers. This card is really cool. It can attack your opponent's life points directly, and it has 600. It takes no battle damage, and it can be special summoned by banishing a spell card from your graveyard. So this card's a really cool card, and we like it. Now let's move on to the magics. We have Book of Moon, for obvious reasons, Heavy Storm, Monster Reborn, Pot of Avarice, Reinforcements of the Army. Because we run a lot of warrior types in this build, we have 2 Warrior Returning Alive, so there we go. And lastly, to round up the spell cards, we have 3 MSTs, so those are really cool. Next up, we have Hate Buster ×3. I got a third one. This card's really cool. If a Fiend-type monster on your side of the field is attacked, basically this card destroys both monsters, and both the attacking monster and the monster that was attacked. But your opponent then takes damage equal to the attacking monster's attack. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Inflict damage to your opponent equal to the original attack of the attacking monster. So yeah, there you go. That's a really good one. I'm going to put that out later so I can explain why that's a really good card. Next up is Mirror Force. We only have one because I only have one. Well, I have another one, but it's in my main deck. Then we're running 3 Scrap Irons. A lot of the monsters are your main monsters you're going to be using are the djinns, and they're pretty weak. And for the most part, their effects activate during your turn, so you're going to want to protect them. as best as you can. Lastly, 3 dust tornadoes. It might be a bit much, but I kind of like having the extra back row support, so there we go. With torrential tributes, mirror forces, D-prisons, all that horrendous stuff that's just warnings, solemn judgment, the whole shebang. So, there we go. Next up, we run 3 Utopias. This is the extra deck. Utopia, we all know what he does, how great he is, so I'm not going to get too much into detail about him. Yeah, there's Utopia. Next up, now let's get to the djinns, the main part of this deck. This is the XYZ Symphony deck. So we run 3 Muzurythms. Not everybody's favorite djinn, but I happen to love him. He's super awesome. He takes 2 level 3 monsters to special summon him. And basically, when he or another djinn monster attacks, you can detach an overlay unit from that djinn monster, and its attack points are doubled during that turn when it's attacking. So it's really cool. So if you just use it on Muzurythm, he goes automatically from 1500 to a 3000 beat stick. A lot of people don't give him too much credit, but I think he's pretty good. He's pretty amazing. Next up, we have, okay, so there's 1 djinn. Next up we have 10 Tempo. This is probably one of my favorite djinns. I mean, I love them all, but this has got to be one of my favorites. Wind-ups, I don't know why they put any wind-ups on the ban list in the first place. Well, at least, I don't care about wind-ups. They don't scare me. They don't worry me. They're stupidly easy to beat with 10 Tempo. I laugh at wind-ups. I think they're stupid because of 10 Tempo. Let me get to 10 Tempo. Basically, 10 Tempo can activate its effect either during your turn or your opponent's turn. Basically, 10 Tempo allows you to detach an overlay unit from itself, and then you can detach an overlay unit from an opponent's monster. And then 10 Tempo, then every djinn, including 10 Tempo and maybe like you had Muzurythm out in the field, will gain 500 points permanently from that overlay unit detached from your opponent's monster. So this does 2 things. 1, it powers up your djinn. 2, it gets rid of an XYZ unit, or an overlay unit from one of your opponent's monsters. This is really great. It cripples wind-ups, and it's really good against stuff like Utopia. Take one of its overlay units away during your turn, boom, just 10 Tempo gets up to 2200, your opponent goes, take another one, up to 2700. Now, not only does Utopia not have any overlay units, but 10 Tempo could beat it. Not that it would need to, because what's his face, Utopia's own effect would destroy it once it's attacked. So there's that. Next up we run Mellow Melody. Mellow Melody's pretty cool. You can detach an overlay unit from her, and a djinn monster on your side of the field would be able to attack twice during a turn. This is really cool. Obviously they can all use their own effects on themselves. This is a really good combo with Honest and Muzurythm. Take your opponent's attack points with Honest, give them to Mellow Melody, then double that with Muzurythm, and then use Mellow Melody's effect to attack twice. It's just a really powerful, broken combo. So, there we go. She's awesome. I love her. And, obviously, you could double Muzu's attack and then use Mellow Melody to allow it to attack twice. Lastly, the best djinn, my favorite djinn, just because of its ability, is Muzurythm the Symphony djinn. This guy's really cool. He acts like a Book of Moon. Basically, you can detach an overlay unit, flip an opponent's monster face down. Really cool. Helps stop those monster effects. Second thing he does is if a djinn monster would be destroyed either by effect or by battle, any djinn, you can detach an overlay unit from that djinn. So let's say it would be Mellow Melody, and she was going to be destroyed by Fissure. I detach an overlay unit from her, and I would save her due to Muzurythm's effect. This is where that card that I took and set aside earlier, Hatebuster, comes in handy. Remember what I said? Hatebuster destroys both the attacking monster and the monster being attacked. Well, let's say 10 Tempo is being attacked. I use Hatebuster, and I have Muzurythm on the field. I can detach an overlay unit from Muzurythm. Then from my 10 tempo, so that when my Hate Buster resolves, not only does my opponent's monster get destroyed and they lose life points equal to their monster's attack points, my 10 tempo won't be destroyed because I use my Stroke's effect to protect my 10 tempo. So that's a really good combo. I love this card in combination with the djinns because they all are fiend types. So it works really well. Obviously, it works really well in combination with cards like Torrential Tribute, Mirror Force, all that good stuff. So, like I said, this is my XYZ Symphony deck profile. I think this is the 8th version of it. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. I didn't check. This is the thejunksynchronhero signing out. Peace. Remember to rate, comment, subscribe, and hit that like button. It really helps boost my channel. Any suggestions or questions or comments, I take them. And I hope you all enjoyed. Have a good weekend. This is the thejunksynchronhero signing out. Peace, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Alright, peace out.